good noon, and welcome to the 12 o'clock Focus News. Today's top focus is, what are the different errors and mistakes in English? One of comments from Quora session with Corey Stamper. Corey Stamper, lexicographer and AMP. Author of Word by Word, depends on what you mean by grammar. Most people lump all sorts of things into that label that aren't, by linguist standards, actually about grammar, misspellings, misplaced apostrophes, jargon, etc. So I'll focus on three things that actually touch a bit on grammar. 1. Who versus whom. This confuses even the best of us, and people tend to hypercorrect themselves and use whom anytime they aren't sure which one to use. In general, whom is used when it's the object of a verb, and who when it's the subject of a verb. The confusion often happens in question, who, whom. Got the invitation? You gave that invitation to who? Whom. The trick is to substitute he for who and him for whom. So it's who, he. Got the invitation? And you gave that invitation to him. Whom, to? Then I, versus then me. This is a grammatical mess, really, and it's then's fault. Then can either be a conjunction joining two clauses, she's messier than I am, or a preposition, she's messier than me. In general, if you go with then I, add the verb after it. If you drop the verb, use me. 3. Was versus were. The subjunctive. Bull. The subjunctive is a mood of English verbs that gets used to describe wishes, hypothetical situations, demands, suggestions, and conditions that are contrary to fact. If you're still with me, the form for most English subjunctive verbs is identical to the infinitive form. He demanded that she leave the premises. The problem is that the subjunctive form of the verb be isn't be, but were. English, because were is also a past form of the verb be, people often substitute in was accidentally. The general rule is this: if you're talking about something that isn't real right now, and you're using the verb be, you should probably use were, and not was. If I were a rich man, but I'm not. If I were you, but I'm not, and you should be grateful for that, trust me. If it were up to be, but it's not, and again, ditto on the grateful. One of comments from Rajasekhar Tolgathati, educator. Some nouns are used only as singular. They have no plural forms. Luggage, furniture, information, news, paper, poetry, machinery, bread, soap, advice, scenery, etc. No need to add suffixes such as s or es at the end of the root word. I have received some information. It is incorrect to use informations. Would you mind looking after my luggage for a while? Some nouns are in plural form, but they are used as singular forms like economics, civics, physics, politics, athletics, mathematics, mumps, billiards, gymnastics. Politics is not my cup of tea. The subject is followed by an auxiliary verb is but not are. Some nouns are used as plural forms. They have no singular forms such as shoes, spectacles, shorts, socks, scissors, banks, assets, liabilities, savings, etc. Cindy's spectacles are new. It is forbidden to use is. Some words like dozen, score, 100, 1,000, etc. They don't take s when they are used with things. My spouse bought 5 dozen eggs. It is incorrect to use 5 dozens of eggs. Some exceptions. I have witnessed dozens of folks. Some plurals of compound nouns are formed by placing s to the root word. Sons-in-law. When it comes to cousin, no need to add the gender brother/sister. Monica Seles is my cousin. Running is not used with age. Mahesh is running 44. Incorrect formation indeed. Mahesh is 44 years old. Adjectives such as male, female cannot be used as nouns, yet we can use them as singular nouns at times. The above-mentioned adjectives cannot be used in a plural form. There are 20 females in the auditorium. Incorrect usage. There are 20 women, girls in the auditorium. Thank you for watching. See you tomorrow.